this video, we will be looking at reducing ratios to Willis terms. So how do we reduce ratios to Willis terms? First, we talk about what does Willis term means. Willis terms means that numbers in a certain expression is already times each other, or one is the only number that can divide them. So how do we do this? First is we write the given ratio in fraction form, and then get the GCF, or the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. So if you will recall in your previous lessons, to get the GCF, we actually have different methods. We can use the prime factorization method, we can use the listing method, or the continuous division method. It's up to you what you would want to use, since the skill that you are doing here or learning here is the reducing of ratios to lowest terms. Next, after getting the GCF of the numerator and the denominator, divide both numerator and denominator by the GCF. Once you have done that, write your answer in column form. This is because the ratio that you have found is already in lowest term. So in order for us to realize this, let's have, or let's apply this to an example. So I have here three examples, and in order for you to be also refreshed in how to get the GCF, I'll be using three different methods of getting the GCF. So let's have example number one. So according to this step, we have to write the ratio in fraction form. Hence, it will become 16 over 20. Next, we get the GCF. And in order for me to get the GCF, I will first use the listing method. So this is 16, this is 20. I will list down all the factors of 16 and 2. So I have here 1 times 16. I have here 2 times 8 and 4 times 4. So I'll just put 4 there. Okay. And for 20, I can factors are 1 times 20. We have 2 times 10. We have 4 times 5. And I will now encircle all the common factors, or the common factor. We have here 2 and we have 4. And since we're getting the GCF, we have to wait to get the greatest common factor, and that is actually 4. This is the GCF. Okay, so after we get the GCF, in step 3, it says that we need to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. So I will write here, I'll divide by 4 over 4, because that is the GCF. And then, what is 16 divided by 4? That is 4. What is 20 divided by 4? And that is 5. Therefore, our answer, yeah, because according to the last step, we need to write it in column form. So therefore, our answer is 4 is to 5. This is the reduced form of 16 is to 20. Notice that there are no more numbers that can divide 4 and 5 aside from 1. That's why this expression, or this ratio, is already in lowest order. Let's try another. Let's look for number 2. And it says here 25 is to 100. Again, we write it first in fraction form. And then we get the GCF. This time, in order for us to get the GCF, I will use the prime factorization method. So the prime factors of 25 is 5 times 5. The prime factors of 100 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. And then in order for us to get the GCF, I have to insert all the common factors here. So we have 5 here and another 5 there. So therefore, the GCF is 5 times 5, which is 25. And with this, for the third step, I will divide the numerator and denominator by the GCF. 25. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. Hence, if we go to step 4, writing our answer in column form, our simplified answer or lowest term for 25 over 100 is 1 is to 4. So let's go to the third example. So for this the third example, I will use another technique of getting your GCF. And so let's first let us write the ratio in fraction form. And then we are to get the GCF. So for this one, I will use the continuous division method for getting the GCF. So I'll put 45 here and 9. Then I will think of a number that divides with 45, a prime number that both divides 45 and 9. So I'll divide by 3. 45 divided by 2 is 15, and 9 divided by 3 is divided continuously because 15 and 3 can still be divided by this would can still be divided by another prime number. So I will oh actually yeah, I can still divide by 3, right? So 15 divided by 3 is 5 and 3 divided by 3 is 1. Since 5 and 1 cannot be divided anymore by any number other than 1, I will now stop here and I will encircle the numbers I wrote or the numbers that I wrote for division, and this one becomes my choice. It's 3 times 3 equals 9. Hence, I will divide 45 over 9 by 9 over 9, because that's the GCF. So 45 divided by 9 is 5. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And for our final answer, the lowest term of 45 is to 9 is 5 is 2. So I hope you got that method of reducing fractions in, oh sorry, ratios in lowest terms.